Climate activists hope that they can convince governments to move faster to reduce carbon emissions and vow that they will keep protesting to keep the pressure on. At the United Nations, Saqib al-Islam, VOA News. The President described signing this law as one of his greatest honors that he will have as president. While the US lawmakers are pledging to provide additional military and humanitarian assistance to Kyiv, Ukrainian Americans are also trying to help through donation drives like this. The third time in the US history that impeachment trial of a sitting US president has reached US Senate. And while impeachment trial of President Donald Trump heads into week 3, we spoke to people inside and outside Capitol about how they feel bearing witness to this historic moment. Washington Auto Show is back after 1 year's gap, and this year's highlight is electric vehicles and the infrastructure around it. Since they have opened, nearly 200 cars have been visiting every day.
I was petting him.
Not only are the kids excited, so are the animals. California's Silicon Valley provides a platform that turns dreams into reality. Nice meeting you.
Hey, welcome.
For many immigrants, just getting to America is the goal. Others dream bigger.
See, now I'm an investor.
Kasser Yunus is one such example.
Silicon Valley is the unique part of my experience rather than maybe being US. And if you look at Silicon Valley, more than half of the companies in Silicon Valley are started by immigrants.
Valley is unique. In that ecosystem, there is an interesting mix of enabling factors that allow people to develop themselves, to push themselves, to take risks, fail often, and then succeed, quite often in a spectacular fashion.
So, what is the secret behind making it big in Silicon Valley?
One, be a software engineer, and two, try to start something yourself.
Two Silicon Valley success stories hoping to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs. Saqib al-Islam, VOA News, Silicon Valley, California. वॉइस ऑफ अमेरिका के वॉशिंगटन स्टूडियो से प्रोग्राम व्यू 360 के साथ मैं हूं साकिब अल इस्लाम. In your opinion, would make this trip a successful trip for President Trump?
I think a very visible show of support for Saudi Arabia, a very visible reaffirmation of the American commitment to Israel, and I think an acquiescence of European leaders to President Trump's presidency, to his leadership of not just the United States, but of the Western alliance in the fight against ISIS and elsewhere.
Since a new administration is here, and how do you see in future this alliance would work?
So America will remain the major NATO ally. It is the biggest military power in the alliance.
Adam, I want to ask that economy has been the most important issue for Iranian people. And given the isolation and sanctions and all that, how much scope is there to improve that?
Well, definitely, if you look at the Iranian debates, the candidates were very critical of each other for their handling of the economy. One, Rouhani criticized Raisi for being in charge of one of the largest charities in the Middle East, but not being able to give benefits to people in Mashhad, where he's from.
All right, thank you, Saqib al-Islam, for this reporting.
Saqib al-Islam ko ijazat dijiye. Have a nice evening. How willing is Afghanistan to work with Pakistan to work against the banned elements like TTP and others?
Again, I think it's still too early we are setting the basis by coordinating closely on Afghanistan, which I believe would provide a good basis for a strong partnership in future also.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Protesters here say they demand an immediate and permanent ceasefire in Gaza.
Is that right?
But now when he goes into the Muslim world. लेकिन अब जबकि सदर सऊदी अरब में थे तो उन्होंने रेडिकल इस्लाम जैसी इस्लाहात इस्तेमाल नहीं की. उनका जोर कारोबारी शराकत और हथियारों की खरीद और फरोख्त पर रहा. आपके ख्याल में ये हिकमत अमली काम करेगी? Work with Muslim world?
I think outside of whatever phraseology we
इस बात के अलावा कि जो गैर मुनासिब ज़ुबान इस्तेमाल की जाती रही है उनके लिए इस बात को समझना ज़रूरी है कि दाइश, अल-कायदा और दूसरी शिद्दत पसंद तंजीमें जो ख़ुद को मुसलमान कहती हैं न सिर्फ बैनुल-अक़वामी कम्युनिटी बल्कि ख़ास तौर से मुसलमानों के लिए ज़्यादा बड़ा ख़तरा हैं.
My hope is that he becomes more disciplined.
Well, thank you, Congressman.
Thank you
so much for your time.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Only marched on the streets for climate, but also brought their ideas and solutions to share with the world leaders here at the United Nations. Climate analyst David Wasco of World Resource Institute says climate policies continue in the United States at the local level.
Well, I think in the United States itself, we're continuing to see quite substantial amount of action from cities, from states, and from business.
Like 3 people who are jumping first time today.
Yep, right now on this plane there are. This guy and the guy and the girl back there.
Skydiving, also known as parachuting, is the action of exiting an aircraft at a specific altitude and returning to Earth with the aid of a parachute.
What did you think of that, man? That was awesome. Woo! Give that guy a high five. Oh, I'll take one too.
Cricket comes to America, and yeah, Pakistan versus USA game brought lots of cricket lovers from all around the US and the globe.
Pakistan! Pakistan!
It's a beautiful member nation like Pakistan, and you know, in a super over no less. It seemed like it wasn't going to happen there at the end, but being able to pull it off. I just hope that this kind of invigorates cricket in the US in general.
So how are you enjoying the World Cup so far?
Yeah, it's going really well. Lots of people around. It's a great atmosphere. Yeah, I think it's going really, really good.
Okay, other than England, which team are you supporting?
Oh, if I had to support a team, probably Pakistan, because I know that the fact that they are extremely competitive and they are a very good team. You know, they've got a lot going for them. So yeah,
Awesome. Thank you so much. This is good. How excited are you about India and Pakistan game?
Of course, very excited. Yeah.
Notice it is restarting. Traction control.
Okay.
Hold the shot.
Are we going to turn over? We're not? Are you sure? Am I going to make it? Wow. No, I'm just saying. I'm not doing anything. Saqib Islam, Voice of America, Orange, Virginia. The eldest of 3 boys, Salman was known to his brother and extended family as Bhaijan, or Big Brother. According to his mother, he was a very soft-spoken young man who was always ready to help his fellow human beings. He was a big fan of Star Wars that his car was tagged as Young Jedi. During his college years, he worked as NYPD cadet and became a paramedic. A young man who gave up his life to save others.
Best I can describe Salman, you and I can see other people's pain, but he could feel their pain. It's a difference to see someone in pain and to feel. And once you feel someone's pain, there's no way you will not reach out to help.
So you were certain that, okay, he must be...
Everybody was certain. Everybody.
World Trade Center is still being missed in the beautiful skyline of New York City, so are people like Muhammad Salman Hamdani, who sacrificed their lives for humanity. For Voice of America, I am Saqib al-Islam in New York.